Hello guys, today I'm going to read about A Nation on Wheels, written by David Taylor. Introduction. The world is full for cars and trucks. There are over 600 million of them. They are in even the smallest town in the smallest country. There are over 200 million cars and trucks just in the United States. Most of these vehicles are automobiles. We are a nation moving on wheels. The early days, people have always needed to travel. At first, people walked everywhere, even long distance. They tamed animals to ride and taught some to pull wagons. Horse, camels, and even elephants helped people make trips and carry things. Imagine riding to school on an elephant. Using animals was better than walking, but it was still slow. Inventors tried to build a machine with wheels to carry people faster. They thought of building an engine to run it. They tried running engines with steam or with electricity, but neither engine worked well enough. In late 1880s, people made engines that could run on gasoline or gas. These engines were small but powerful. They could travel faster and go further. Today, most cars use gas engines. Did you know which word came first, car or automobile? Car was first used in 1301 to describe a collective war car. Chariot. Automobile was first used by a Frenchman in 1883 to describe electric cars. How are they used now? How cars are made. The first car did not look like the ones you see today. They looked like carriages without horse. People even call them horseless carriages. What is that? The first cars were made one at a time by hand. It took a long time. They were expensive. Not anyone could afford a handmade car. At first, cars were made one at a time by hand. It took a long time. They were expensive. Not anyone could afford a handmade car. People tried ways to manufacture cars faster and at a lower cost. In 1896, one early company could make only 30 cars in a year. By 1899, a company could make over 2,000. What the heck is that? In 1903, Henry Ford started the Ford Motor Company in Detroit, Michigan. Detroit would soon become the center of car making. Ford's company sold a car called the Model T. Ford wanted to make cars that cost less, so more people could buy them. This meant he had to do manufacturing more cars and do it faster. Ford thought this about all the way he could do this. In 1930, he invented the assembly line. It was a faster and cheaper way to make a car. Soon, other companies made their cars this way. Now almost everyone could buy a car. By 1929, over 3.5 million cars were on the road. There were so many cars that people had to build more roads. What is an assembly line? On an assembly line, a car is assembled, put together one piece at a time. One piece at a time. Machine pull unfinished cars to the factory in a long time. As each car moves along the line, parts are added to it. At the end of the line, the car is complete. For years, people did all the work on an assembly line. But today, machines called robots often do this work. These robots are not like the ones in the movies. These are special machines that work the same way as an arm, a hand, and hand work. Robots can work without getting tired. Companies that make cars. The big companies have been making cars in the United States for a long time. General Motors, Chrysler, and Ford. Since cars first hit the streets, American companies had led in the world in the car production. In 1960s and 70s, a Japanese company named Toyota began offering cars that were built to last longer and break down less often than most American-made cars. But the American car manufacturers still sold the most cars. Then in 2007, the pattern changed. Toyota, the first foreign company to do so, sold more cars and trucks than any other company in the world. Toyota are not the only cars made outside of the United States. Volkswagen and BMW are imported from Germany. But the countries of Japan and South Korea have brought the highest number of cars to the United States. U.S. car makers and brands in 2007. Chrysler makes the Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep. Ford makes the Ford, Lincoln, Mercury, Mazda, and Volvo. Some foreign car makers and brands in 2007. BMW makes the BMW Mini and Rolls-Royce. Volkswagen makes the Audi, Bentley, Bugatti, Lamborghini, SC Costa and C. Honda makes the Honda and Acura. Nissan makes the Nissan and Infiniti. And neither Hyundai and Kia are some foreign car makers and brands in 2007. Problem caused by the automobile. Automobiles are helpful, but they can also cause serious problems for people. Exhaust, burning gas from the car's tailpipe, gets in the air. That means unhealthy chemicals get in the air that we breathe. These chemicals can make people sick. Every year, car companies try to reduce the amount of chemicals their cars make. Have you ever seen a traffic jam? All the cars on the road just sat still, and you couldn't go anywhere. So many cars are on the road today that it causes problems. Remember, there are about 200 million cars in the United States. That's almost as many people as cars as people. In fact, the numbers of cars have grown faster than the number of people. The furniture of automobile. Years ago, most cars were unsafe in accident. Today, special cars parts help to protect people. Cars have seat belts. Baby and small children ride safely seats. Newer cars have big airbags that fill with air in accidents. What do you think would make this car even safer? Cars companies also work on a new kind of engines. One type of car, called a hybrid, use both gas and engine and an electric motor. Hybrids use less gas. This might cut down on the unhealthy chemicals in the air. We will always be a nation that travels from one place to another, but will it always be on the wheels? How will cars look in the furniture? How will they work? Perhaps your idea will shape the furniture. Goodbye, everyone. See you later.
Good job.
Thanks for watching. Have a great day.